CAA Hoops Weekly, presented by Under Armour, returns as the countdown to March continues. I'm Bobby Broyles, along with Rob Washburn. After a wild week of results, the standings are getting interesting here with 4 games remaining.
Yeah, it was certainly an unpredictable week around the conferences. 8 teams picked up a victory, but only Towson and Delaware survived without a loss. The Tigers have now won 4 in a row and 9 of their last 10 after defeating Hofstra and Drexel, while Delaware used some last-second heroics to edge Elon in overtime before earning its first CAA road victory at JMU on Darian Bryant's three-pointer with 5.5 seconds left. The Blue Hens were involved in 2 of the 4 games that were decided by 2 points or less last week. Northeastern rallied from a 16-point deficit to beat Charleston on Bolden Brace's fall-away baseline shot at the buzzer, while Elon came up with a big defensive stop and knocked off first-place UNCW in front of a sellout crowd at Alumni Gym. Now, just 2 games separate the top 3 teams in the standings with 2 weeks to go.
The excitement continues this Thursday night on CAA.TV. Let's stay with the hottest team in the league currently, as Towson is at home to take on Elon. Like you said, Rob, the Phoenix are coming off that huge win over UNCW on Saturday.
Yeah, as we touched on earlier, Towson is 9-1 in CAA play since an 0-4 start, with the last of those early losses coming at Elon. Now, the Tigers have been a different team since then, using their hard-nosed defense and relentless effort on the backboards to keep games close, and then seemingly finding a different contributor each night offensively to push them over the top. 6 different players have led Towson in scoring over the past 8 games, so it's hard to focus on stopping any one guy. That depth will be important as Towson suffered a big blow over the weekend, losing standout senior forward John Davis for the remainder of the season. Now, Elon is playing very well and is just a game behind the Tigers for 3rd place after knocking off UNCW. The Phoenix are also balanced offensively with 4 players averaging better than 11 points per game, and Brian Dawkins was sensational against UNCW with a team-high 24 points. Now, Elon's defense held Towson to 37% shooting, and they were only out-rebounded by 3 in winning the first meeting. It'll take a similar effort for them to have success at Siku Arena.
Televised action Thursday night on the American Sports Network at 7 o'clock as Hofstra welcomes College of Charleston to Long Island. The Cougars looking to bounce back after a tough stretch last week.
Yeah, Charleston dropped back-to-back games for the first time since November with a loss at the buzzer to Northeastern and a 10-point setback at William & Mary, but there's no reason to think the Cougars won't bounce back. Now, Charleston's dynamic backcourt combo of Joe Chealy and Grant Riller combined to average 44 points per game last week, and the two combined for 48 points in a 6-point victory over the Pride in January. They will face a tough challenge against a Hofstra squad that's won 3 of its last 4 games. There's no player in the conference any hotter than Pride guard Justin Wright Foreman, who averaged 27 points last week and has topped the 20-point mark in 7 consecutive games. Hofstra also got a big lift with the return of All-CAA post player Rokas Gustis, who grabbed a team-high 12 rebounds in a victory at Northeastern last Saturday.
More televised action on ASN at 4 o'clock this Saturday as UNCW will complete their northern road swing at Hofstra.
Yeah, UNCW has the most road wins of any team in the CAA this season, but they're going to be tested by a challenging road trip to Northeastern and Hofstra. The Seahawks and Pride have a recent history of close games, including last year's overtime thriller at the CAA Championship, and UNCW earned a hard-fought 84-76 victory at Trask Coliseum last month. Both teams have outstanding backcourts and rely quite a bit on the three-pointer. The difference in the first matchup came at the free throw line, where Hofstra was just 9-19, while UNCW was 22-27. Now, Gustis has caused the Seahawks problems inside in the past, and his ability to impact the game coming off his recent injury could play a big role in the outcome of this one.
Pair of games starting at 7 o'clock Saturday night. Delaware welcomes William & Mary to the Bob Carpenter Center. The Blue Hens coming off 2 wins this past week. And Rob, they're back at home for a pair this week.
Yeah, Delaware continues to make strides in Coach Martin Inglesby's first year, and winning close games against Elon and JMU last week showed how dangerous they can be. Freshman guard Brian Daly is averaging better than 17 points and 7 rebounds per game in CAA play, and George Washington transfer Darian Bryant is starting to hit his stride with 4 double-figure efforts in the past 5 games. Now, William & Mary's coming off a very impressive 89-79 victory over Charleston last Saturday. Omar Pruitt poured in a season-high 30 points, and Daniel Dixon reached double figures for the 18th straight game. Tribe shot 57% from the floor and nailed 11 threes in an 82-58 victory when the teams met last month, but that game was at Kaplan Arena, where William & Mary has been steamrolling people this season. It'll be interesting to see if they can carry the momentum on the road, where they're just 1-6 in CAA action.
And we wrap up on Comcast Sportsnet at 7 o'clock as Towson plays host to the JMU Dukes.
Yeah, similar to the Elon game we talked about earlier, Towson faced JMU during its 0-4 stretch to start the season and never led in a 64-44 setback. Now, the Tigers shot just 32% in the first meeting, but I would expect those numbers to go up at home, where they have won 6 in a row. JMU's lost 9 of its last 11 games, but 6 of those setbacks have been by 6 points or less, so the Dukes have been competitive. Jackson Kent has been the leader of the JMU offense, contributing over 16 points per game in CAA play, and he scored a team-high 23 in the first game with Towson. The Dukes turned in one of their top defensive performances of the year in the first game with the Tigers and will need a similar effort to have success on Saturday.
Now here's a look at the rest of the upcoming action around CA men's basketball.
March Madness is coming to Charleston.
March Madness obviously is kind of the pinnacle of college basketball season.
You have a chance to advance and make it to the big tournament.
The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 3rd through 6th. 10 teams, 1 goal. Survive and advance. For more information, visit CAAsports.com.
It's high stakes in the low country.
CAsports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video, and audio coverage. Also, fans, you can watch all of the CA.TV action on Roku by downloading the CA.TV's Roku app that is available now.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CA Basketball using the hashtag CA Hoops.
Our CA Hoops on-campus crew completed their tour this past weekend at Elon. You can still check out all the sights and sounds from their latest trip to see the Phoenix on all of our social media platforms. Also available now on CAsports.com is the season finale of our full court press features as the on-campus crew sat down with Elon's Luke Eddy.
Yeah, Luke Eddy is the leader of the Elon team as a senior and the team's point guard. Get to know him a little better away from the court with our latest full court press feature.
Once again, Mike Windley and company did a great job this season covering all the on-campus coverage. You can check out all of that coverage from these past couple of months on YouTube by searching CA Sports. That is it from us today. Enjoy the games this week.